what's crazy about this whole thing, I know it's possible because other people with better equipment have made this shot and they do it consistently because they compete. Question is, can I make the shot with what I have? So we are starting our journey where we're going to take basically a 25-yard zero on a 22 LR, and we're going to try and make an emulation target, not try, but already have it. We're going to see if it is true. Does that emulation target match out? We're going to take the shot at the end of this series. You guys are coming with this. But for now, let's go ahead and roll that beautiful footage. What's going on, Shadow Bandits? Welcome back to the Swamp Deck. This is the Shadow Bandits channel. We got a new project that we're working on right now, and it is called Project 0300. What we're talking about is we're basically going to take a 22 LR, we're going to zero it at 25 yards, and then we're going to build a dope and holds and all that fun stuff along the way. We even have an emulation target based off of what we would have to shoot one away at 300 yards. We're going to have to be able to do this at 25 yards. I think we can do this. Now, why are we doing this is basically to help you learn holds, some of the data, how the wind affects stuff, your ballistic tree and your reticles and all that stuff. So we're trying to do a good series for you guys. That, and most of you guys, you just don't have 300 yards. And if you do, you want to make sure that your dope is all good, all your holds are good, and you're good to go, because you probably won't get another chance for a while. So this testing should be interesting. But we're not just guessing, we have a twist to it. Okay, so have I ever done this? No. Have other people done this? Yes. Have they done it with what I'm trying to do it with? Probably not. They probably have much better weapon systems, but I'm a budget guy. Obviously, we're going to use some help, and we're going to see how good these systems really work. People hype them up. So let's see how good they are. What are we talking about? Well, we're going to be collecting the data and then validating that data, right? So 0 at 25, and then we're going to build the dopes and holds, like I said. Then we're going to go to 50, see what that shows. Then in increments of 50, we're going to go out to 300. So 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300. You got it. Cool. Or we're at least going to try to. How are we going to accomplish this if you've never shot really that far? You don't really know any of the precision ways of shooting, your breathing, all that fun jazz. Well, I'm working with my friend who I call Jarvis.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Jarvis, a virtual artificial intelligence.
The rest of you guys call Chat GPT. There you go. And so far, we have a couple versions that we're finalizing, but it gives you all kinds of information in there. So we are building something for you guys, and this will end up being a PDF that you can get as well. And I'm telling you, it's really cool. The only problem that I wanted with this is I can read it, I can understand it. I've shot before, I understand this stuff. No big deal. But some people have never even touched a rifle, and they want to get to this point. Sorry about that. I'm not trying to say that just reading this, all of a sudden you're going to be, Chris Kyle sniping people at like 1,000 yards or a mile, since the 22 can go a mile. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is this should help you on your journey and give you the information. But if you don't have previous knowledge, this really is like reading it in Spanish. You won't understand anything. So me and Jarvis,
I am Jarvis,
are working on putting that into a 8th grade level, something like that, which most of us should be able to do 8th grade math. So we're going to try and put this into that kind of format, so it's a lot easier for you to understand, a lot more references, flow charts, stuff like that. What Jarvis,
I am Jarvis,
also did for me is this took some time, but I think we figured it out based off of the math and the packet, and we created basically an emulation of what we would have to be capable of doing, and the holds for that if we were to make a 300-yard shot, but we only have that 25 yards. So obviously, when it comes to the projectile, as it leaves the barrel, it's going to lift and it's going to straight drop off, right? That's gravity, right? With that said, we need to emulate that because we're not going to be, you have what's known as a point of aim and a point of impact, right? If at 25 yards, my point of aim is going to be dead center if I'm zeroed for that. If I'm zeroed for that, then it's point of aim, point of impact because I zeroed for that. Well, now we go different distances. Now we got to correct for that. So we came up with this target right here, and we're going to see how true this is. Like I said, we're collecting data, we're moving along.
Yes, science!
And at any point this data fails, you'll be right there with us, and we're going right back to the whiteboard and to Jarvis.
I am Jarvis.
To see what is going on. Now, we're not stacking the deck in our favor, even though we have Jarvis, and I'm even going to test and see if Jarvis can do some spotting when I'm out there, but that'll be a part of the series. We're not stacking the deck because we are using all more or less budget GATS, glass, and brass.
What's going on, Mayhem Mafia? I'm always trying to present great companies that you can go to that support 2A community and veterans, and YouTube keeps taking me down because I give you the actual link. So instead, you're going to do a Google search because I know you know how. And the first great company that we're going to be talking about is Brownells. Brownells is a great place to go, lots of selection, great customer service, and that's why I get all my GATS, glass, and brass from Brownells. Save yourself a little bit of coin just like I do. The other company that you're going to Google search is the best gun oil on the market. If you don't know, you're wrong, and that's going to be Cleanse Oil. This is their new synthetic blend. I love it. It works very well. They have carbon killer that works exceptionally well. Great product, great customer service. They're all for the veterans because they're owned by a veteran. So go ahead and give them a Google search, and we'll get right back to the video.
And what is the main gun we are using? We are going to be using, really quickly, the Ruger Precision Rimfire. I really like this gun. This is one of my favorite guns to shoot. On top is a Diamondback Tactical 6-24 by 50. Most people would be like, that's a little much for this gun. Maybe not on this shot. I do have just a standard whatever bipod, no big deal. Do have a can on there, B&T can, and I have the Kung Fu grip on there. Everything else is basically stock. So we're going to tear this whole gun down. We're going to give it a good cleaning because we want to start fresh, and that's how we're going to really get our data. Just know, for you guys out there that are watching, anytime you clean the barrel of a 22, when you go to reshoot, you're going to think that your zero's off. Give it a few shots, let it foul up the barrel, and then if the scope wasn't knocked, it'll still be there. The other gun that we're going to be testing this on, which is absolutely ridiculous, and I don't think it'll make it, is this, which is our Tandem Cross pistol build. This thing is awesome. I love shooting this, but we're just going to see, you know, can we do it with a, 9-inch barrel? And what kind of difference of elevation and holds in all the dopes and stuff, how much is that going to change? So one goal is our 1 MOA at 300 yards with the 22 LR. This isn't a highlight reel. This is a quest, and you get to see if it works, if it doesn't, and how we solve it. And you guys might be helping us solve it, so I can't wait to see what you guys put down in the comments. Think it'll do that. Do you think it's going to hold up? Do you think it's going to fail? If it does fail, do you think it's the rifle? Do you think it's the shooter? You guys let us know. Comment down below. Next week, we're going to do our zero baseline because I will tear this gun down. I will have ways for you to see the teardown. It will not be on here. So go ahead and follow me right here. And also on Instagram. And also Shadow Bandits right here. Okay, cool. And track along with us. Also, you can go to, that's right, mayhemdefense.com, and they will have links for our YouTubes and our Instagrams and stuff like that, so you can follow along. With that said, that's going to be it for us today. I hope you're as excited as I am. Can't wait to see you guys next week. I appreciate all the love. But for now, I'm Sarge Mayhem, and I'm out.